at LaFortune Stadium between the Tulsa Memorial Chargers and your McAlester Buffaloes. As we have not had the team captains come out just yet, we're actually about to have the national anthem any moment now. It is 8 minutes and 51 seconds away from kickoff here in T-Town, and as we're getting ready for the national anthem, let's have a quick look at the stands with a report from Nate Brown.
Yeah, we looks like we've still got fans coming in from McAlester. A bit of a long drive, but they're turning out for this game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a big stadium. First off, there's going to be a lot of open spaces here at LaFortune Stadium. Let's actually send things down to the field, and we will talk about the attendance here in just a moment. All right, we're just about ready for football here let me turn myself back up over here. We're just about ready for football back again. I turned your mic all the way up, buddy. We still have 4 channels. We're just about ready for football. Third time's the charm over here at LaFortune Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, we were mentioning the stands, like we said, at LaFortune Stadium, you're definitely going to see a lot of open bleachers. And just because it's a big stadium to begin with, multi-purpose stadium, we do have the Pride of McAlester out in full force in the back right that you really can't see over the video. But it's also a Thursday night. People got to go to work tomorrow, so we appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight, whether it be through radio or on the YouTube stream. Again, I'm with my partner here, Phillip Jewell Jr. of the color commentary, and also Nate Brown bringing you information from his headset as he's running the camera tonight as well. The senior captains for the McAlester Buffaloes look like Caden Lesnow, Eli Chapman, Ethan Watkins, and who's that? That's about to turn right there.
52.
That number 52, which would be Jaden Shumway. So McAlester is going to be wearing their white helmets tonight, their white jerseys with the black numerals on the front and back that's covered in gold, and also their black pants, so white on black tonight. For the Tulsa Memorial Chargers, I am digging the cowboy hat from number 52, Amon Herring. That's awesome. He's wearing the cowboy hat. He's going to be wearing it out towards midfield that says Tulsa Public Schools. He is joined with Johnny Caldwell and number 5, Keandre Conway. You're a big fan of Deion Sanders, Phillip. You said that you're digging the look. What do you think?
I'm digging the cowboy hat. He's wore it all pregame. During all the stretches, he was literally laying there and having to position his cowboy hat just right on his head. I'm a big fan of what Coach Prime's doing out there in Colorado, and just like the only thing he's missing is his sunglasses going to midfield here for the coin flip.
Hey, you don't know that. He might have his sunglasses.
He could.
Sun came out over here in Tulsa. But we're about to have our coin flip, and that is brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together. It looks like we do have a tad bit of wind that's blowing in, looks like towards the northwest. It doesn't look like it's going to affect anything over here. Nate, how does the weather, is the weather at all going to affect McAlester versus Memorial tonight?
It could later toward the end of the game. We are expecting to see some showers come in at some point, potentially some thunderstorms, but like I said, that should be toward the end of the game. Otherwise, weather should be pretty nice tonight.
Yeah, last time that we were able to get an update, the chances of rain go up pretty high after midnight, though.
Right.
So hopefully, knock on wood, we're not here till midnight. Unlike Phillip over in Del City where he wanted a quadruple overtime game. I said my heart couldn't handle it.
Listen, your guy loves chaos, ladies and gentlemen. Like if there's any chance of chaos for any kind of thing, I'm the man.
That's essentially his nickname.
Chaos, Phillip,
Yeah.
Chaos, Jewell.
Hey, Danny Stutzman loves chaos. I love chaos. You ain't seen either one of us in the same room. Just saying.
McAllister's going to be occupying the far sideline. Also, the Tulsa Memorial Chargers occupying the near sideline. More players out for Tulsa Memorial this year. They fielded 53 people on the roster, so kudos to Memorial. Again, first year for head coach Brandon Coons, looking for his first head coaching win McAlester Buffaloes looking to bounce back from their loss a couple of weeks ago over to Ada. So here's the call. McAlester has won the toss. This is the first time this year that they have won the toss. They have elected to receive, but for the fourth straight week, they will get the ball to start off the game. The first 3 weeks that they played, they lost the toss, but the other team deferred to the second half. But McAlester wants the ball, and that is your coin toss brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. We also have Derek James that's obviously tuning in right now because he heard you talking on the radio right there, buddy. And speaking of that, who is all tuning in for Buffalo Roll Call? Let us know where you're listening or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, and we'll try to give you a shout out. We're going to be back with some final thoughts and kickoff here in just a moment. This is the end of the Buffalo pregame show here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Perfect timing as here come your McAlester Buffaloes from the south end zone. Making their way towards the far sideline. Memorial already has run out. Again, they are wearing their white helmets, blue jerseys, red numerals on the front and back with a white border, and white pants for the Memorial Chargers. Don't know if I mentioned that earlier for those on radio. Phillip, final thoughts as we're getting ready for Memorial McAlester District Opener.
Yeah, this is one right here. This is kind of what boxers refer to as a tune-up fight when they're getting ready to go fight a guy like Mayweather or something like that. You can't take them lightly. It's a district opponent. You've got to get this one won, get it under your belt, get your 15. But in order to do that, just limit the mistakes. Don't be a bonehead.
We're about to have kickoff brought to you by Jet Tire Service. For great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kenda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV, see Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. So again, if you missed the coin toss, McAlester has won the toss. They have elected to receive, so they will be getting the ball to begin our game. Looks like they're going to be moving it left to right across your radio dial and left to right across your screen as well. Again, we have Buffalo Roll Call, people tuning in here. First two people, Joseph Ledford saying, "Go Buffs." And we have Charlie Gillespie saying, checking in from LaFortune Stadium, Buffs have the home fans outnumbered 3-1. They did travel very well here today. So McAlester, again, getting ready for the clock to hit 0. We're still a minute away, and while we do that, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the entire season: Fenton Nissan, The Bank and A, McAlester Pepsi, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, WE Offered Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare, Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. All those people that you heard, if you need to go anywhere for any one of their services, make sure that you see them, and when you do, say thank you for supporting McAlester Athletics by sponsoring the McAlester football broadcasts. So McAlester will be moving it left to right across your radio dial. Looking to return deep is Cason Washington Maisie, it looks like. Also have Carter Lance and deep over to the far right for McAlester. Looks like number 88, doesn't it?
That's what I see.
But I don't have an 88 on neither our updated roster nor the roster I've had before, so can't really answer that for you, but we'll get that answered after. Again, we have an updated roster freshly printed right here, but don't have an 88 for you. For the Memorial Chargers, kicking it away. Looks like it's going to be number 15, Angel Reyes. Again, McAlester returning it left to right. We've got Washington Maisie back at his own 5, and 88, and Carter Lance just a little bit back before 10. Here's the boot, and it's football time in the Heartland, going towards Carter Lance. He will take it off the bounce and try to return it from his own 16. Makes a couple of moves, gets past 2 defenders, can't get past the third, and he's folded around the 21-22-yard line, and that's where the Buffaloes are going to begin this drive. Caden Luss now on the season, 223 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, the 2 picks. Looking to have a big game here as last year against the Memorial Chargers. Only had 4 incompletions, was 11 for 15, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, He also had 10 carries for 28 yards and a score. Again, Zach Rogers returns to the starting lineup tonight at left tackle. As we had some other changes, like we said, it is now Gavin Mason at left guard, Landon Pingleton at center, at right guard, Sean Perkins at right tackle. You have Creed Tribby. First down and 10 from their own 22-yard line, moving left to right, empty backfield. And it looks like Memorial showing pressure here early. Les now gets the snap, clean pocket for him, looks over towards the left, caught by Braden Bumpus around the 9-yard line. Talked about getting him more involved in the pregame show. He has the first catch of the day for the Buffaloes for a gain of 8 to bring up second down and 2.
Right there is exactly what we talked about, Brandon, in the pregame show. Get a clean pocket around there. You could see them. They split it out, went empty backfield. And not really much pressure there from the Tulsa Memorial Chargers. And Les now had some time, had a clean pocket. He was able to deliver a nice little 8-yard pass to Braden Bumpus.
Now they showed pressure, backed it up, and went into zone coverage, it looked like. To the left of Les now is now Ethan Watkins, trips left, ball in the near hash. Here's the snap, handoff Watkins, first touch of the day, and he is tripped up but not before a first down after he gains 4 yards out to around the 35-yard line of McAlester. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. Jordan Clark going to come in, but Ethan Watkins will stay in as well. You can either see a two-back set here, or Watkins has been known to play receiver a little bit like he did last year. They'll go two-back set, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Ball in the near hash, first down and 10 from the 34 of McAlester. Clark out in motion. Here's the snap. Quick screen pass out over to Clark in traffic. Goes to the 35-yard line, down the far sideline. We might have a touchdown here early. Jordan Clark is tripped up around the 40-yard line of Memorial on a good gain of around 25. He's going to be marked down officially. They're going to say he touched the white line, out-of-bound line at the Memorial 42. That's another first down for McAlester. That is also Jordan Clark's 4th catch of the year. He had 3 for 16 yards in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, they got Jordan Clark. They got some leak motion going on with Ethan Watkins crossing his face. Clark came around on the backside, ran a bubble route. Great play there by the Buffaloes.
First down and 10, out to pass as Les now throws across the middle. High catch. What a catch by Owen Russell. Stays on his feet, tries to get a block, and he will get inside the red zone down to the 19-yard line on a high catch, showing off the vertical Owen Russell. We're into the McAlester Clothing Consignment Red Zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and they offer a 50-50 split. So they're down to about the 18-yard line. Already into the red zone. They'll have trips left. Ball staying on that near hash. Watkins staying to the left side of Les now. Lone receiver is Carter Lance near side. Snap to Les now. He rolls out left. Will dump it off over to, looks like, Braden Bumpus, I believe.
Yep.
And he'll make it down the far sideline inside the 15-yard line before he's tackled down after a gain of 4. Second down and 6 upcoming.
Yeah, that was Bumpus. They kind of ran a bubble route, but it was weird on the way he ran it. He literally backwards ran horizontally on the line of scrimmage, and Les now just straight sprint out to him. They had an out route going to that far side, but it got cut off by the corner. Great play there. And so that just allowed him to throw that check down to that bubble route.
So second down and 6. Man out in motion is Watkins. The snap going deep to the end zone. He's got a man open. It's Carter Lance. Quarter of the end zone. Touchdown McAlester. Not a chance you'll catch Carter Lance as he reels in the first score of the game for the black and gold. Lance's 3rd touchdown reception of the season. And that's an early strike here from the McAlester Buffaloes. On to attempt the PAT. Trenton Greer, the holder, the man that threw the touchdown, Caden Luss now. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. That makes it 7-0. McAlester leads 9 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter here on.
It's tailgate season at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. There's no better way to enjoy your next tailgate than with a brand new Weber charcoal grill and a Titan backpack cooler. Purchase any vehicle during the month of September and we'll set you up for your next tailgate. Go Pumps!
Boomer!
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
What's better than watching football? Easy. Watching football in a brand new recliner. The Fall Into Savings sale is underway at Vickers Furniture. Right now, a Lazy Boy recliner starts at just $3.99. New inventory is arriving, so we're making room by cutting our prices store-wide. Vickers Furniture offers 0% financing for up to 36 months for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture!
pockets.
Opening drive touchdown by the McAlester Buffaloes puts them up 7-0 over the Memorial Chargers. We're about to have a drive summary for you if you missed it. As Trenton Greer kicks this one away, little pooch kick. Looks like it's going to bounce. McAlester could grab it. They try to knock it inbounds, but it hits the white line first. Carter Lance tried to save it for an offensive recovery, but it will go to the Memorial Chargers, and a flag will actually go to McAlester here. So this drive should start around the 35-yard line. Phillip, we have a drive summary.
That was a 6-play, 78-yard touchdown drive that spanned 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Capped off with that 15-yard pitch and catch from Caden Lesnow to Carter Lance. The PAT try was successful. That's your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They're a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love these McAlester Buffaloes.
And also, if you're watching on the video stream on YouTube, if you want to up the quality just a little bit more, if you're watching on your phone, that could be auto. If you're watching on a TV screen, you can do it too. If you're in the YouTube app, hit that little settings button, go to higher quality. You should go to about 720 there for you. Ball in the near hash. Memorial moving it right to left. Buffaloes up an early 7-0 ball at the 34-yard line. First snap by the Chargers. Right up the gut, but there is Will Spears that slams down the Charger. Johnny Caldwell steps over him. That's going to be no gain on the carry. 2nd down and 10 upcoming.
Great play there by the Buffalo defense. Great push. Tried to just run that halfback motion right up the middle. Will Spears, he's seen it coming. Great play there by the Buffalo defense. No gain.
That tackle there, a little bit of pent-up frustration from a couple of weeks ago. Nice tackle by Spears. 2nd down and 10. Play action. Looking over the middle. Pass is caught. And another huge hit. This time by Jordan Clark. Right around the sticks. Might be enough for a first down, though. So 2 big hits by the Buffaloes, but that is a first down grab by the Chargers to move the chains at the 44-yard line. Going back to Will Spears coming into this game. He's now got 38 tackles on the season. For Jordan Clark, that is his 8th tackle of the year. 2 receivers right, ball right between the hash marks. H-back right. Here's the snap. That's a busted play. Now having to run is the freshman Herring, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. That's going to be a sack. Malachi Rice coming up with it.
Yeah, couldn't really tell if they were wanting to run a run play or a pass play. Herring just kind of got left out to dry. The running back just kind of froze up.
Went the opposite way.
What he was supposed to do. He didn't know what else. The quarterback didn't know what he could do. Malachi Rice chased him down from the backside. Great pursuit there by the senior.
Got to give kudos to the Tulsa Memorial Charger scoreboard operator. He is way faster than the one we had at the Tulsa Golden Hurricane game. Yeah. 2nd down and 16 upcoming. Ball in the far hash at the Memorial 38-yard line. 2nd down and 16, under 7 minutes left to go in the first. Buffaloes lead 7-zip. Snap, Herring back to pass. Quick throw, up for grabs, could be picked, and it's going to be incomplete, but we do have a flag. We have 2 flags coming in. This is going to be a pass interference on the Buffaloes. That went from an almost pick 6 to a first down for the Chargers as they keep on moving the ball.
Yeah, right there, you just seen Eli Pemberton. If he would have waited a little bit longer, he had an easy pick 6, but got a little too antsy, went straight into the receiver there, caused that pass interference penalty. And checking in, we now have number 80, but we don't have an 80 on my updated roster.
Yeah, but brand new roster still don't have the 80.
He might have been the one on the return. On that
because again, those 8s and those 0s, with the way that they're italicized and bolded.
Yeah, and he was on the far sideline too.
So they haven't moved the chains, but they're showing first down and 1.
Because in high school football,
it's 15 yards, but not an automatic first down.
Right.
So it's first down and 1. Have you ever seen that? Ball's going to be at the McAlester 47.
Maybe 1st and goal.
But not 1st and 1. 2 receivers right, H-back right. First down and 1. You heard me right for the Chargers. Herring going to quick toss it out over to Caldwell. Caldwell, good move, but he's going to be wrapped up first by Malachi Rice back at the 50-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards to bring up 2nd down and 4. There has been 2 near first downs by the Chargers despite having that is now 0 yards of offense.
Yeah, they're just going to go with the motion option play right there. Buffaloes, they got pressure in the backfield, forcing the pitch, which is exactly what you want running the option. You want that quarterback to release the football.
Oh, we had another penalty on McAlester again. Is this targeting?
I don't know.
He put fist up to the head. That looks like targeting.
Who'd they call targeting on?
I don't know who. You don't know who it's on, but they're going to call targeting on McAlester, And Memorial keeps moving the ball down to the 35-yard line of McAlester. And they have 0 yards of offense. Here's the snap. Screen pass near side. Caught and quickly wrapped up and tackled. First man there, Owen Russell. On the catch looks like Marquise Chambers. And that'll be no gain on the quick toss, maybe a gain of 1. They're going to bring him out to the 34-yard line. So 2nd down and 9 upcoming.
Went with a hot route here on the near side. Buffalo secondary, they were able to get there, and he caught that ball behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to pick up 1 yard, get a 1-yard gain, make it 2nd and 9 here.
So ball in the left hash. Caldwell in the backfield with the freshman, Davion Herring. Herring claps, gets the ball, hands it off to Caldwell, who goes right up the middle. He's getting a good push from his offensive line, but it stalls out around the 32-yard line. Mark at the 33, another gain of 1. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. We also have Anna McElhaney saying, watching from Florida, missing my Watkins/Amos family. Go number 10, Ethan Watkins. And Coach Maddox, Buffalo Stampede rolling into Tulsa tonight. They're like there is no tomorrow, which has been the Buffalo Iron theme here, the motto. So 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Charger offense, Buffalo defense. Ball's officially set at the 37-yard line. They got to get out to the 25. So 3rd down and 7. Gave him 2 on the last play. 18 to snap it. We're over halfway through the first quarter. Buffalo's lead 7-0. Snap to Herring. Back to pass. Under pressure. Dumps it off, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his H-back, Donald Dabney. But that's going to bring up 4th down and 8. But you're really in no man's land. Look for the Chargers to go for it here.
Yeah, this is definitely you're too close to punt it in high school. A lot of kickers in high school football, you're too far to kick a field goal right here.
That would be a 49-yarder.
You kick a 49-yarder in high school, that's a Power 5 offer immediately.
You're about to get a scholarship. Clock stops at 5:11 left in the first quarter. 4th and 7 upcoming here for the Charger offense. McAlester on 4th down, their opponents. 3 for 7 so far this year. Here's the snap. Pass out near side, caught by Caldwell. He's wrapped up and finally tackled out of bounds. 5 yards, maybe 6 yards shy of the first down. As we had Ethan Watkins over there, so is Malachi Rice and Owen Russell. That's a turnover on downs by the Chargers. Buffaloes get the ball. 5:07 remaining here in the first quarter, up 7-0, trying to duplicate what they did on the opening drive, going right down the field, never facing a 3rd down, and scoring with a touchdown strike from Caden Lesnow to Carter Lance, senior to senior. The Buffalo offense will make its way back out onto the field, led by, once again, Caden Lesnow. But I know that you're facing, Memorial is not on the same caliber of defense as Ada, but you liked what you saw from the offensive line in the first drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the pocket was clean, a lot of time to throw the football, like what I'm seeing there.
Snap, handoff over to Watkins here on 1st down and 10 from McAlester zone 36. Breaks loose, trying to dance around blue jerseys. 1st down and then some out to the 46-yard line as he was zigging and zagging all the way to the 46. That'll move the chains. Clock stops momentarily at 4:59 and restarts. McAlester wanting to work tempo. 2 receivers each side. Here's a snap and a false start. This one's going to be on Jordan Clark. Clark moved a little bit before the line did, and the snap was made. That's our first false start of the day for the Buffaloes. Again, they had 7 last time out against the Ada Cougars, wanting to improve on that, obviously. So 1st and 15 now for McAlester, back up to their own 41-yard line.
You know, Brandon, we talked about during the pregame show to watch out when Zach Rogers is pulling on these counter plays, especially, you know, being released from his cage tonight. He delivered a crushing blow to the linebacker who was trying to fit up on a blitz, and that's actually what gave Ethan Watkins that burst to get that 15-yard pickup. Snap
handoff to Jordan Clark, working out the left side where, again, Rogers and also left guard Gavin Mason resides. He's able to get a good gain of 4 or 5. As we also had Clark lose his helmet, he'll have to come out. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 11 upcoming.
Jordan Clark was he was reminding me of them old 1980 running backs for Chicago Bears out there with the helmet popped off and he wasn't going to be denied.
Trips right, Watkins down the left side of Lesnow, ball on the far hash. 2nd and 11, Buffs up 7. Snap, Lesnow back to pass. Once again, clean pocket. Now is going to escape it out to the left side. Throws against his body, overshot his receiver, who is standing around the 40-yard line. Looked like he was looking for, it was Ethan Watkins coming out of the backfield. So 3rd down and long coming up. Buffalo's on offense so far on 3rd downs. Not too shabby, 17 of 41, 41%. This is their first 3rd down attempt today. Buffaloes are up 7-0 on the Chargers. And also, you got to give a lot of credit to the Chargers secondary. They are a speedy secondary. They might actually have one of the fastest secondaries in 5A. They got a lot of talent out there in the secondary. Buffalo's trying to beat that here on 3rd and 11. Les now snaps, rolls out to his right, looks downfield, tosses downfield, looking for Carter Lance again. He makes the catch, but he was out of bounds. He would have toe-tapped around the 31-yard line, but the ball was too far along the near side, so the Buffaloes have an early decision here. Punt the ball away from their own 45-yard line or go for it on 4th and 11. Looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
That's what we talked about during the pregame, partner. You don't want to get them drive killers. Ethan Watkins gets a big first down around 15 yards. What happens? False start, very next play. And once you're behind the sticks, when you're looking at 1st and 15, it's just a little bit more difficult, no matter who you're playing, to pick up that first down.
Changes their play calling. So Lesnow's going to punt this one away. Had a 59-yard punt, a career high a couple weeks ago against Ada. Now no one's back deep to return. McAlester going to go for it. Memorial read it well. Caden throws across the middle. It's going to be caught by Washington Maisie down the far sideline to the 25, to the 20, inside the red zone to the 10, and he will get down to around the 6 into the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and they offer a 50-50 split.
We got an ineligible man downfield.
Oh, yeah, you could see that coming. That play took a little bit longer to develop. And I was actually looking over here just to our right. We had the Memorial coach over here in the press box, and he was clapping as well. It was complete and down to the 5, but when you have a pass play that takes that long to develop, usually you're going to be having a man downfield that shouldn't be there.
Especially on a punt, because those guys, they don't know, are you throwing the football, or are you punting the football? And that line, they're just going because they're going to basically down a punt. So you got to be very careful. If you're going to fake a punt like that and go for a pass, it's got to be quick.
So McAlester having similar problems as they did against Ada a couple weeks ago, just the penalty bug right now. And this one might actually be a full-on punt. But kudos to Memorial. They read that fake punt before it even happened. So Les now, we'll see if they still do it on 4th and looks like 15. And they're going to still possibly go for it. No, it's going to be a rugby-style punt at the very end by Les now, and another good one. Takes a McAlester bounce at the 25, rolls inside the 20, and it'll be downed in between the 22 and 23-yard line. So McAlester has to punt on their second drive. Clock is continuing to run and finally stops at 3:45, a good 10 seconds after the play was over. But the Buffaloes lead 7-0 over the Memorial Chargers, as they will start this drive inside their own 20-yard line after another excellent punt by senior Lesnow, who comes into this game averaging 35.7 yards per punt. This one's officially put down at the 18-yard line. I think I said 22-23, but inside the 20 at the 18. Ball in the near hash. Memorial was able to move the ball down the field, but mainly due to McAlester defensive penalties. The Chargers have not had a penalty so far tonight. 2 receivers right. 1 near side, looks like a tight end on the right side of the line. Herring, snap, and there's going to be the Buffalo defense there before they can even complete the handoff. First person there I see with his hands up, Dustin Jacobson. Tackle for a loss of near 5. That's 2nd down and 15. Now, how do you even defend that if you're already in the backfield before the handoff is even completed?
Yeah, that's a great play there by the Buffalo defensive line, just slamming all them gaps open. And he was back there, like you said, partner, so quick. He could have took the handoff from the quarterback and went to the end zone. Also, Dusty Newberry, former offensive line coach, just messaged and said, pretty sure that corner wearing 80 is probably Cleveland Williamson. So
yeah, he's listed as number 8 on the roster.
But there have been times where numbers in certain colors aren't available.
That's right. Snap, play action, passing over the middle. It's almost intercepted too high for Jordan Clark.
If he did, he was walking into the end zone.
Oh, yeah. And they were looking for number 11, Marquise Chambers, but that was well overthrown. And the clock stops with 2:56 left in the first. 3rd and 14 upcoming. Buffalo's leading 7-0. And also, we do have New Jersey, so maybe you just didn't have either an 8 didn't come in or an 8 didn't fit.
Exactly. You know, kind of like the Lance Stone situation last year when they wore the gold. His dad, Chad Stone, actually had to come and tell us that he was going to be wearing this number because they didn't have that number in the gold.
2 receivers left. McAlester showing blitz. Here's the snap. Herring looking deep over the middle. This one is picked off, and if that's Cleveland Williamson, he comes up with it at the Memorial 38-yard line. The Buffaloes with their first interception of the year. from Cleveland Williamson. So the Buffaloes will start this drive at the Memorial 38-yard line, looking to go up 2 scores on the Chargers. It's 7-0 right now, 2:51 remaining in the first quarter. Mary Martin checking in at the Nickelback concert with my ear pod in, listening to the game too, saying, "Go Buffs." That is dedication right there, listening to Nickelback and McAlester. Rock on, Mary. Ball in the near hash at the 38-yard line. Lance Stone back in for the first time since the first drive against Prescott back in week 1. Buffaloes have 12 seconds to snap it. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Jordan Clark, the running back, will be on the right side of Stone. They got 5 to snap it. Here's a snap. Going to be kept by Lance Stone. Works right after he breaks a tackle. Goes right down the middle of the field, and the rolling Stone goes down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 17, moved the chains. He broke a tackle around the waist behind the line of scrimmage, and he scurried 16 yards further for a gain of 17.
Great play there by the senior quarterback. He would not be deterred, would not go down. Great play, and that's what happens when Lance Stone starts running the football. He's so strong and powerful.
Stone passed out to the far side. Caught, looks like, by Jackson Lowerman.
No, that's
Caden Lesnow. Caden Lesnow with a touchdown reception. He was working in the slot, and Caden Lesnow with his first touchdown reception since he was a sophomore when he started as a wide receiver when Trent Boatwright was the quarterback. So Caden Lesnow gets the touchdown catch, and the Buffaloes go up 13-0, 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. Trenton Greer on to attempt the PAT. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. The Buffaloes lead 14-0, and Caden says, "Remember, I can catch too." Buffaloes up again 14-0, 2:23 left to go in the first here.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below MSRP. Here's a 23 Grand Cherokee. It offers up to $5,500 cash back. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. On the 69 Bypass, McAlester.
Welcome back to action as McAllister's Trenton Greer kicks his one off at the 22-yard line, but then it's fumbled, caught back on, and jumped on around the 28-yard line, and that's where the Chargers are going to start this drive. Phillip, we have a drive summary for the Buffaloes that started deep in Memorial territory.
That was a 2-play, 38-yard touchdown drive that only took 28 seconds off the clock. Capped off with that 21-yard touchdown pass from Lance Stone to Caden Lesnow. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So the Chargers are going to start this drive at their own 29-yard line, but what about that touchdown catch by Caden Lesnow? People forget he played wide receiver 2 years ago, and it's also pretty smart to use him when you have Lance Stone as your quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely, and they had that leak motion. They looked like they were going to run counter, getting the left guard, left tackle moving. He ran a bubble on the backside. Great play call there. Great misdirection, and that's exactly what adding guys like Lance Stone and Zach Rogers can bring back to this team.
Johnny Caldwell gets the first snap on this set of downs, and he just would not go down. He was behind the line of scrimmage, was somehow able to work his way back up to between the 30 and 31-yard line for a gain of something. That's going to be a gain of 1, maybe 2, to bring up second down and long. So we're trying to figure out who 80 officially is. Now, again, we haven't seen Cleveland Williamson and number 8 on the field, so we're actually asking, Nate, do you see a number 8 now?
I think
Possibly.
Let me see the binoculars. I think I see an 8 over there on that.
If you see an 8, then that's definitely Cleveland Williamson, but we're trying to find out who 80 is, and again,
it looks like there is an 8 on the sideline.
if there's an 8 on the sideline, then that is Cleveland Williamson, and we do not know who 80 is. So, again, we thought it may have been Cleveland Williamson. We might have to have that changed out. If anyone knows, let us know. Snap high. Going to be a keeper by Herring, the quarterback. Has some space on the right side, but he's met here quickly and tackled down around the 30-31-yard line. So maybe a gain of 1, possibly 2. Was that Eli Chapman on the tackle, or was that outside backer Drayton Pouncil? Might have been Ethan Watkins coming from the safety spot, but that was down there on the far side of the field.
Yeah, from where we're looking at, that was a 1-yard pickup, but it was either Braden Bumpus or Ethan Watkins rolling downhill, because either one of them, they delivered a punishing blow as he got out to the outside. Made some men miss on that defensive line, got to the edge. That's what the Buffaloes couldn't do last year, was seal that edge. I mean, last week
timeout, yeah,
was seal that edge, and right there, punishing blow on the edge.
3rd down and 6. Snap, screen pass, caught out far side, and we have a tackle shy of the line of gain.
Now, that was Ethan Watkins on the tackle.
Watkins with the tackle at the 36-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 4. We'll see if they go for it here behind their own 40-yard line or try to punt this one away on 4th, and it looks like 3. We have 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. McAllister's leading 14-0. So, again, it's 4th and 3, and that looks like a short 3, but they're still going to try to punt this one away with number 15, who also does their kicking, and it's Angel Reyes.
Newberry had just said that he received a call, and number 80 is Brandon Smith.
Brandon Smith, number 80, that ended up getting that interception earlier. Thank you so much. Brandon Smith. Here's the snap, and we're going to be having a penalty here. It's not going to be a delay of game. They have plenty of time. It's offsides on McAlester. So that's going to move the chains again. The 3rd McAllister penalty. Well, I'll say it's the 2nd, but nearly the 3rd, because that 2nd one was a pass interference that made it 1st down and 1.
Well, we had that personal foul for the targeting. We had the pass interference and the offsides.
Yeah, the pass interference, though, took them to a 1st down and 1 that they did not convert on.
Right.
Actually, I think that ended up being a 2nd down.
No, it was a 1st down.
But either way, I believe they ended up getting the 1st down on it anyway. But that's going to be in the first quarter. Weird into the first quarter, but the Buffaloes still lead 14-0. We head to the second here on K.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Beginning the second quarter, 1st down and 10 for the Chargers as McAlester leads 14-0. We have an early tackle up the middle. Pfeiffer Mitchell, first person there, and that'll be a loss of 3. McAlester getting into the backfield fairly easily here, but again, there have been now 3 first downs, I believe, by the Memorial Chargers, or 4, but all but one have been from all but one of them have been from penalties by McAlester. That offsides led to McAlester giving up the 1st down to the Chargers, which is now 2nd down and 13 coming up from the Charger 39-yard line. So it looks like it is number 80, Brandon Smith, because Tyler Phillips just reached out as well, saying that was more than likely Brandon Smith. But again, it does not say so on our updated roster. We asked for an updated one. We got it. Still no 80 on there, but we're going to take y'all's word for it. Brandon Smith with the interception that he had earlier back at the 38-yard line. Here's a snap on 2nd down and long. Herring has to step up and run, but he's going to be tracked from behind for a sack. Looks like coming up from the pile.
Saw Owen Russell come in there late.
That might be Nemo Missiontubby.
Owen Russell was around there. Nemo Missiontubby was the first one I seen come up.
Right.
But on the back side, we had...
By the way, loss of 2 on the sack.
We had Pfeiffer Mitchell, and I can't tell who it was on the other side. Looks like maybe Braden Bumpus actually ran over each other on the blitz. Like both of them were coming. The blitz got from the backside. This Buffalo defense, they are hungry here tonight.
3rd down and 16. The snap, Herring looking to pass. Gets rid of it quick, and it's going to bounce towards its receiver along the far side. And I'll bring up 4th and 16. And this one should definitely be punted away. So 4th and 16 from the Memorial 36-yard line. Back deep to return is going to be Braden Bumpus, and also we have Ethan Watkins that's going to be deep to return. Now, you're seeing this more in college football, 2 returners than 1. Usually back in the day, you'd see only 1 guy go back to return. Nowadays, you're seeing more 2. Either you're going to have, you might go to 1 guy or the other, or the lead guy could be used as a blocker. So that's what the Buffaloes are doing here this year in 2023. Reyes gets the ball, punts this one away. It's a short line drive punt that goes straight to the Memorial sideline. And they're going to say went out. Well, we'll wait for him to walk his way back up. They're going to say went out at the McAlester 49-yard line, and this is where they're going to start their drive. So we've had a Caden Lussnow pass to Carter Lance for the first touchdown of the day for the Buffaloes. We had a Lance Stone to Caden Lussnow catch for the senior. Is he going to have a touchdown run here for the third drive? We'll see from number 2. Right now it's 10:46 left to go in the first half. Buffaloes leading 14-0 over Memorial. They have been stopped once, had to punt. They did convert on 4th down on a fake punt, but they had an ineligible man downfield in their second drive. Had to eventually truly punt it away. Looks like Jackson Lauerman, Eli Pemberton, Eli Chapman, I believe that's Carter Lance over there on the far side as well, lined up as the receivers. First down and 10, here's the snap. Rolling right, Lussnow looking to pass, tosses out, over towards the far side, caught. Looks like we have on the catch, that's Carter Lance that makes his way past the 40-yard line, past the 35, down to around the 34. And that's a quick first down for the Buffaloes. First down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. We're out there by Lance. Another good catch by the senior. Buffaloes looking to work tempo. First down and 10 from the Memorial 36. The snap. Screen pass out near side, caught by Lauerman. Lauerman works around a good block, but he's going to be tracked from behind by number 22, Norton Walker, as he's tackled around the 26 near sideline. So they're going to move it from the far hash to the near hash on a gain of just about 7. Second down coming up. And here comes the heavyset. Malachi Rice and Dustin Jacobson going to come in as tight ends, H-backs. 9:50 remaining in the second quarter. Buffaloes with a 2-score lead, trying to go up 3 scores as they're heading towards the north end zone.
Right now, the Buffaloes are just doing anything they want to offensively, getting the passing game going. And that's something that you want to see moving forward, playing a team like Dell City and stuff. You don't want to be one-dimensional, and Buffaloes are doing it here.
Handoff. Looks like it's Ethan Watkins squeezing through blocks and defenders into the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. Now, we mentioned their sponsor read earlier, even though they didn't officially reach the red zone due to the penalty bringing it back. So we'll give them a live read later on, though. That'll put the ball at the 18-yard line. McAlester looking to score. So that was Watkins. Here's the snap. Play action. Rolling out right is Lussnow looking towards the flats. It's going to be caught by Jacobson. He takes a big hit, but he holds on around the 14-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 5. Second down and 5 upcoming. In at running back there was actually number 28 for the Buffaloes, Stephen Gregg. So the Buffaloes are rotating running backs quickly here. They'll go with Watkins, then he'll run out, and then Clark will come in. Then Clark came out that last time, and then you saw Stephen Gregg come in. Second down and 5. Gregg looks like he remains the running back on the left side of Lussnow. Receivers are bunched up. Here's the snap, and we have a false start. That'll make it now second down and 10 instead of second and 5. Clock stops with 8:29 remaining in the first half. Buffalo's leading 14-0. Still, we've had all the penalties on the Buffaloes so far today. Memorial playing a clean game, but McAlester still really doing what they want to physically. And they're bullying their way down the field right now, but the penalties have been able to have Memorial go down the field and also set McAlester backwards. So Gregg remaining on the left side of Lussnow. 2 receivers, now they spread them out on each side. Snap. Looks like it's a handoff right up the middle towards the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. Like he was shot out of a barrel. Looks like Stephen Gregg on the touchdown run.
And it looks like we've got a Charger down.
Right at the middle. I believe he was untouched, Stephen Gregg. And that's the first touchdown of the year for Mr. Gregg. And we had a Charger down. Looks like he's back up. And it'll be Trenton Greer on to attempt the PAT. 8:04 left to go here in the first half. Buffaloes lead 20-0 over the Chargers. You like that burst of speed, Phillip?
Yeah, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Untouched, right up the middle. It's exactly what you want to get going as you move further into conference play.
Perfect PAT by Greer. Buffaloes lead by 3 scores. 8:04 left to go in the first half here on K.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. Come check out our grand opening specials and sales all month long at both locations. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Here's the kick from Trenton Greer as we're back underway. Kickoff by the Buffaloes will be taken at the 24-yard line, working up the middle of the field, and good return up to about the 34 for about a 10-yard return, but that's where he's going to be stopped there. Buffaloes did have a scoring drive where they went right down the field. Phillip, recap it for us.
It was a 4-play, 51-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock. It was finished off with that 18-yard touchdown run by Stephen Gregg, and the point-after try was successful by Trenton Greer. And that is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
And number 80 is Brandon Smith, the freshman. That's why we don't have his number on here, because a lot of freshmen are not listed for McAlester on the roster. We only have one freshman that's listed on our official roster, and that is Gavin Mason. But Brandon Smith, first interception of the year by the McAlester defense. Here's a quick pass out into the flats. It's going to be dropped as they were looking for number 5 for the Memorial Chargers, Keandre Conway. Bring up second down and 10 as the clock stops with 7:54 left to go in the first half. We'd like to thank, again, that was Tyler Phillips. We had Delonte Redway let us know as well. You guys see them every day. We don't get to see them every day at school, so we don't. All we get is the roster, so thank you to you guys for helping us out there, which is also kind of funny because Brandon Smith followed us on Twitter not too long ago. 7:54 remaining in the first half. Second down and 10 upcoming. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap. Quick pass over the middle. He throws. Diving attempt over the middle, but it's going to be incomplete as well. This time looking for Marquise Chambers, who has the only reception so far for the Chargers. 7:50 remaining in the half. Third down and 10 upcoming.
Right there, the Buffalo defensive line getting some pressure. Malachi Rice right now is just doing whatever he wants to do to this offensive line. Big, strong, physical defensive end who got his first Division I offer from Washington State, he announced on Twitter this week. So you're getting to see him showcase his talents right now, and he's been all in the face of this Memorial offense.
He's been in the backfield often. And we have third down and 10 coming up for the Chargers, again from their own 39. So they're going to go with a heavy set of their own. H-back right side, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Same formation. McAlester bringing blitz. Here's the snap. What a hit! Oh, my goodness! Reading it extremely well was Will Spears. And as Dwight Schrute once said, he just committed muck duck. You saw him run from the linebacker spot, time up the snap perfectly, and commit a crime on Johnny Caldwell. What a hit.
Oh. The Schrutes will not need to make sure that one is finalized.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
One of the most brutal legal hits you will ever see in high school football.
That's up there with the Chase Faber hit on the Ada guy that night.
Now they're going to be back deep to return. We still got to collect our thoughts here. Here's a spiraling. Now it's going to be end-over-end punt. That's once again going to bounce. This time it's going to be a little bit longer, and it'll be out of bounds around the 46-ish yard line. And that's where McAllister's going to start this drive. Will Spears, his 6th tackle for a loss this year, was a brutal one. That's going to go on every highlight that you will see from now to the end of time.
In the words of Mark Jackson, Mama, there goes that man.
So the Buffaloes will start this drive at their own 45-yard line. Because we do have a game going on. Looks like we do have Cleveland Williamson, the actual Cleveland Williamson, tuning in at running back or wide receiver here. He's going to be next to Kason Washington-Mazey here on the left side. Ethan Watkins back in at running back, right side of Caden Luss now. Man in motion is Washington-Mazey. Here's a snap a little bit high. Quick pitch over to Mazey. Good move at the line. And then he's going to be knocked sideways about a yard shy of the line as he was trying to still go the length of the field. That'll be a loss of 1, second down and 11 upcoming. 6:40 left to go in the half.
That was a high snap there. Les know how to go up and get it, so kind of slow developing. By that time, the offensive linemen, they were already trying to get downfield, run block. So Washington-Mazey had to do what he does best, and that's make some men miss. He made the first man miss, but paid for it with that that lateral hit there. But he got up from it. Good play there by the Tulsa Memorial Chargers. They seen it coming.
You never want to stop. Once you stop, you have someone else coming in full force. Second down and long. Snap, handoff, Watkins. Watkins following his blockers. Right up the middle of the field. Breaks an ankle tackle, and he zips down to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 Buffaloes, as that is a good gain of near 15 yards for Ethan Watkins on the carry. His yards per carry here in this game is phenomenal, and we do have looks like an injured Charger around the 37-yard line. We're going to take an injury timeout and be back here on KNED.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room, At a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge Inn Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Man, you hate to see that coming off the field and needing some help here for the Memorial Chargers, number 7, Donnell Dabney. He was down for quite a while. At first, he was holding his lower back, but he is needing some help getting off the field right now with a couple of Memorial Chargers. He's heavily leaning on a couple of the assistant coaches here. But Donnell Dabney, what I have here, 6'2", 185-pound sophomore. He started every game for the Memorial Chargers last year as a freshman. And he's what I've heard about Dabney, great kid, great talent that the Chargers have in him. And you hate to see that. You hate to see it with anybody, but Dabney will come off the field towards the near sideline, and we're going to hope for a speedy recovery for him, whatever it is. So the Buffaloes right now, though, as they have 6:05 left to go here in the first half, they lead 21-0 over the Memorial Chargers. And they have the ball at the Memorial 38-yard line, far hash moving right to left. Lesnow in at quarterback, looks like staying in at running back is Watkins. Here's the snap, back to pass. Lesnow going to go deep down the far sideline. It is a perfect pass. Catching it is Ethan Watkins, and bullying his way into the end zone, the senior scores. I mean, FDR would be proud. That was a dime by Caden Lesnow. And Ethan Watkins, once he made the catch, ran over a man and then strolled into the north end zone here at LaFortune Stadium. Trenton Greer on to attempt the PAT to make this 28-0. Here's the snap. Hold. Kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. Buffaloes lead 28-0, 5:46 left to go in the first half.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
It's tailgate season at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. There's no better way to enjoy your next tailgate than with a brand new Weber charcoal grill and a Titan backpack cooler. Purchase any vehicle during the month of September and we'll set you up for your next tailgate. Go Pubs! Boomer! Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
Gosh, now I look at my phone, which is on Do Not Disturb. I have everyone telling me number 80 is Brandon Smith. He had the first interception, the freshman with the first interception of the year for the McAlester Buffaloes. They are currently leading 28-0. That interception came in the first quarter. That last touchdown strike was from Caden Lesnow to Ethan Watkins, senior to senior. We're about to have a kickoff here by Trenton Greer. We have enough time for a drive summary.
That was a 3-play, 55-yard touchdown drive. This spanned 1 minute and 9 seconds. Capped off with that 38-yard touchdown pass from Caden Lesnow to Ethan Watkins. The point after try by Trenton Greer was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
I think we just had a delay of game on the kickoff, so we had to back it up 5 yards. Kicking from the 35 is Greer. He gives us all his leg can handle. It's a great kick. It goes to the returner who ran over the referee, and he'll be tackled down around the 26-yard line. The referee looks like he is okay. It was the head official who was standing back at the 5-yard line, and I don't think the two Memorial returners expected the ball to go that far. What a leg by Trenton Greer to bring that down to the 5-yard line. And you had a collision of three, the two Memorial returners and the referee who got knocked on his back. So the Chargers, after a good return, will start this one at their own 27-yard line. Ball in the near hash, McAlester leading 28-0 over the Memorial Chargers. They're going to go with a 3 receiver set, H-back left. Herring, the quarterback. Snap. Going to be a handoff. Caldwell already wrapped up in the backfield. And I think the first person I saw there again was Will Spears.
I believe that was Pfeiffer Mitchell.
Pfeiffer Mitchell as well as the 2 middle linebackers, but I did see Will Spears in there.
Will Spears was in there. Pfeiffer Mitchell, he came like he got shot out of a cannon on that one. Met him in the backfield. He could have took the handoff. He was back there so quick. Right now, these Buffalo linebackers, they're timing their blitzes up perfectly. Defensive coordinator and linebacker coach Kevin Harmon calling a game right now for these inside linebackers.
I mean, they're just letting them run wild, and you saw that in the previous offensive drive by the Chargers. Again, Will Spears, like I said, that's the hardest hit I've ever seen from a high school linebacker. 2 receivers left, H-back right. Here's the snap, and I think we might have a false start here.
Yep.
So for the first time tonight, what it seems like tonight, Memorial was trying to go with the hard count. McAlester did bite, but I think they bit because the offensive line moved first.
Well, Memorial's pointing.
Nope.
Oh, they're going to call it on McAlester. So about 6 or 7 McAlester players pointed towards the offensive line of Memorial. They're going to say that McAlester jumped first and then caused the offensive line to move. So it's going to be a gain of 5 for the Chargers on the penalty to bring it out to the 29-yard line. It's still second down and a long 8 upcoming for the Chargers with 4:33 and ticking left to go in the second quarter. Buffalo's up 28-0. Herring gets a snap, looking to pass, looks near side. The man fell down, and we're going to be having an incomplete pass as bearing down was Stephen Gregg. He kept his hands up in the air to show that, hey, I'm not trying to run into number 22 who fell down, Kamarian Norton Walker. By the way, Norton Walker has the only touchdown so far for the Chargers this year. It was a 57-yard touchdown reception last week against Tulsa McLean in that 52-10 loss.
Yeah, right there when Norton Walker fell, Stephen Gregg played perfect defense. He got over the top of him, put the hands up. He's not touching him, no pass interference, but he allowed him not to establish to get back to his feet to even catch the ball. Great whereabouts there by Stephen Gregg.
3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Chargers. Herring gets a snap, hands it off over to Caldwell, who goes right up the middle, but Caldwell is going to be stopped at the 31. He was a defender from McAlester, was holding on for dear life. It stopped Caldwell in his tracks and let the rest of the herd come in to help make the tackle. That's a good burst by Caldwell, but not enough for the first down on a gain of about 4. It brings up 4th down and a short 5 upcoming for the Chargers. And so far, I don't see the punt team out. They're going to go for it here, deep in their own territory at the 33-yard line. 4th down and 4. 3:48 left to go in the first half. They might try to get McAlester to jump off sides again.
Hold your water here. It's 4th and 4 Buffaloes.
McAllister's jumped off sides twice tonight. Once on a punt attempt. 12 to snap it.
They're going to let the – nope. We're going to snap it.
Herring trying to go with the hard count. McAlester holds their water.
They're going to run it down and call a timeout.
Looks like it. We'll take the timeout as well. 60-second timeout, and we'll be back. Buffaloes lead 28-0 here on –
What's better than watching football? Easy. Watching football in a brand new recliner. The Fall Into Savings Sale is underway at Vickers Furniture. Right now, a Lazy Boy recliner starts at just $3.99. New inventory is arriving, so we're making room by cutting our prices store-wide. Vickers Furniture offers 0% financing for up to 36 months for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So it looks like the Chargers will punt this one away as Reyes gets rid of it at the 25-yard line. Line drive punt once again tailing off to the near side, and it will roll out of bounds as it looks like Braden Bumpus almost gave it a shot, but it'll go out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That's where McAlester is going to begin this drive, trying to go up 5 scores on the Chargers before the end of the first half. McAllister's already scored more points in this game than they have all season in the game so far, averaging 20 points per game on the year. as they ended up beating the Broken Bow Savages in Week 1, 23-13. Beat Prescott in week 0. Prescott in Week 1, 17-13, and scored 20 against the Cougars. So Lance Stone back in at quarterback. Trips right, single receiver near side. Here's a snap. It's high. Stone will roll out right after he retrieves it. And he's going to chunk it down the field, looking for Carter Lance. He connected. Carter Lance to the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. Look at the throw by Lance Stone on the run. Hummed it down from his own 39-yard line all the way to around the 10 where Lance grabbed it and found his way into the north end zone. Touchdown, McAlester.
And that is just pure arm talent.
That was, flex on him a little bit, Lance Stone. And a great catch and go by Carter Lance as well. Buffaloes with 34 big ones so far, looking for 35. Greer on to attempt the PAT. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and that is right down Broadway once again. Buffaloes lead 35-0, 3:04 remaining in the half here on K.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
You're joining us in the middle of a kickoff return by the Chargers, who get it down to the 26-yard line, are going to start their drive there. We do have a drive summary. It was a quick one by the Buffaloes again and featured a heck of a throw by Lance Stone.
One play, 61 yards, only lasted 12 seconds, and it was that 61-yard touchdown pass from Lance Stone to Carter Lance. That's a tongue twister. PAT try by Trenton Greer was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
You said that 63-yard touchdown pass. What, about 50 of those yards were in the air?
Yeah.
And that was on the run by Lance Stone. What a throw. And like I said, great catch by Carter Lance.
But not only that, but the whereabouts of Lance Stone to know the 39-yard line's the line of scrimmage. He runs back, coming up, and released the ball right at the 39. I thought he was almost over, but good whereabouts there by Stone.
Snap and a handoff over to Caldwell is going to go a good 4 yards to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Buffaloes are leading 35-0 over the Memorial Chargers. McAlester does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Only 2:42 left here in the second quarter. But I feel like this game is also McAlester kind of exercising some demons tonight.
100%.
Did not like what happened 2 weeks ago against Ada. And like I said, I don't feel sorry for a lot of teams, but any team that played McAlester after that Ada game, I felt sorry for.
Yeah.
Here's the snap. Handoff Caldwell. Caldwell trying to bounce it out right. Does get the corner, but then it's a one-on-one play with, looks like that was Eli Chapman that pushes out Caldwell. Still going to be a decent gain to bring up 3rd down and definitely manageable. Gain of 2, 3rd down and 4. Clock stops as Caldwell did go out of bounds with 2:08 remaining in the half. We've had some really great plays by the Buffaloes tonight. I don't care who your opponent is. McAlester has timed up blitzes perfectly. You had one of the biggest hits you could ever see from Willow Spears. You had a fantastic throw and catch by Watkins, or the throw was from Les now, the catch by Watkins a couple touchdowns ago, and then you, of course, Lance and Stone just a minute ago. Snap, McAlester bringing blitz again. Herring's under pressure. Herring is going to be brought down. And then Dustin Jacobson comes in to help finish it off. I believe Pfeiffer Mitchell was the first person there to wrap him up. And then there came the rest of the cavalry.
I think the ball actually came out and it was recovered by 51 for Memorial.
That would have been Willie Stanley. So, yes, you are correct, Nate. It looked like Pfeiffer Mitchell was going in for the strip sack, and then it was Dustin Jacobson that was going after the ball. The clock stops with 2 minutes left to go in the half as McAlester burns their first timeout, but we're going to keep it right here because it doesn't look like we're even going towards our own sidelines here. You ever seen a timeout call but no one moves? Well, now they're telling them to start the clock. Well, it shows that we called timeout, but we did not. So they still show 2 timeouts remaining for McAlester when they haven't used one yet today. But they restart the clock, 1:48 remaining in the half and ticking. Again, Bumpus and I believe that's Watkins standing back to return at the 50-yard line. Chargers still trying to get people out on the field, but they still have 26 seconds to snap it. And Coach Amazey speaking with one of the officials. And they do stop the clock with 1:32 left. There will be a timeout. We'll take one here on K.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, W.E. Alford Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. I'm going to be upset with Kason Washington Maisie for picking number 0 if that's what he picked, because I cannot tell the difference between him and Cleveland Williamson sometimes when you're looking at a far angle there. But like I said, that was past a couple of plays ago intended for Cleveland Williamson. Can McAlester strike gold here with about 12.2 seconds left? You don't have to get it all in this one play, but you want to get a pretty good chunk and make sure that you call timeout quickly. You got one more left. Stone again, the quarterback. Snap. This time,
ball's out.
The ball's loose. It's going to be picked up by Caden Luss now. He's still behind the line. He's going to make his way down the far sideline. 3 seconds left to go. He'll be tackled down with 1 second. McAlester, looks like they called the timeout before the zeros hit. The coaches for Memorial is telling the Chargers to go to the locker room.
We got a flag coming out over there.
Buffaloes should have one more play left. The Chargers got into the backfield quickly, and McAlester again lost the snap. Caden Luss now picked it up because he was working as a wide receiver there, I believe. McAlester staying here while Memorial's making their way towards the locker room.
On the 30,
but we should have like a two seconds left and a half if McAlester wants to go for it here. They're trying to bring Memorial back over to their near sideline. You can hear the whistles trying to tell Memorial to get back over here.
They're still heading to the locker room.
They're still heading to the locker room.
And they got a hall, too, because they have one of the coolest setups. They came down the stairs. So they have a hall, but there's also a flag. Well, the flag got picked up now, but right at the 31-yard line there was a flag, and now the coaches, now the coaching staff and other players are now starting to get everybody. And you have some of them, they're about to hit the staircase.
Yeah, you had a bunch of people that were just about to start walking down the stairs. And now you got one more play left. Did the Buffaloes get the first down there?
Yeah,
he was close, so he barely got the first down. That was going to be on what? That was first down to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was first down to begin with, and then Les now, a crazy debacle situation, picks up 10 yards.
You know, he could have still thrown that ball.
Oh,
Since he was behind the line of scrimmage and there was no pass, he could have technically thrown that ball.
But you don't want to be caught doing that because you have
illegal
an
man,
downfield. That was like the exportation of Puerto Rico.
It was a little bit. Have you ever seen The Little Giants? But regardless, Les now was tracking the time, and also Les now, he was tackled down, looked quickly over the clock. There was about 1.5 seconds left. The penalty was on Memorial, so it moves McAlester further to the 22-yard line. So this one is going to be a field goal attempt for Trenton Greer. It'll be a 39-yard attempt. This would be his career high from the right hash. Wind blowing at his back. Here's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. It's going to be short. He didn't get all of this one, and it lands a good 5 yards shy of that crossbar, but the Buffaloes still with a 5-touchdown lead, leading 35-0 over the Memorial Chargers, heading toward halftime. And we will have your halftime show coming up, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. This is Buffalo Football on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. Come check out our grand opening specials and sales all month long at both locations. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years. years.
Hey there, football fans! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester. Welcome back to LaFortune Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the district opener. McAlester is doing what they wanted to do so far. They are winning 35-0 over the Memorial Chargers. They've only been stopped once, and that was on a punt. You guys saw a little bit of something?
Lightning right there in the right over there on that eastern, right behind the visitor sideline.
Now, we'll get back to kind of summarizing the first half here in just a moment, but that's also why Canadian and Walika has started a little bit later, is because of lightning, if we're not mistaken, right?
No, it wasn't Canadian and Walika.
Oh, sorry, Quentin and Walika.
Yeah, Quentin and Walika, they had to get postponed. Miss Felicia Gregg, I texted her and asked her what the score was, and she said that they were about to start. So right now they're about to get ready to kick off because that thunderstorm that rolled in. And so we just saw some lightning in the distance, and Nate and I Nate looked up here at me, and so this is going to be something to keep an eye on and see what they might decide here.
Now, they're not getting anybody off the field, but, again, I don't really see any officials out here as well. So
keep an eye on that.
We saw some lightning over in Ada, too, but that was off in the distance. But this one was a little bit closer, it seemed like. So we'll see what happens in the second half. But the Buffaloes have definitely been striking lightning. They've been showing off the lightning and the thunder that we saw with some big hits and some flashy scores as they lead 35-0 over the Memorial Chargers. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have quality-made jewelry, and they also do watch batteries as well. Phillip, your opinion on the first half?
Yeah, just everything that we talked about in the pregame show. Get an effective run game going. Get Braden Bumpus going. And Eli Chapman. We haven't seen Eli Chapman go on offense, but we've seen him going on defense.
Yes.
And he's been really good getting that containment down at the cornerback position. But we talked about an effective run game. Ethan Watkins running football. Ethan Watkins running the football really effectively. Stephen Gregg running the football very effectively. And then what is that doing? That's opening the door for home run ball from Caden Lesnow, home run ball from Lance Stone, and and also the big man getting let out of his cage, Zach Rogers. Zach Rogers is punishing guys, when they're getting 50 protection, which is that 5 offensive lineman set. He's punishing guys that they're trying to come off the outside, and then when they're run blocking, he is just killing.
Now, it's also hard to determine how much of an impact he truly is making today compared to the first 3 weeks because, again, no disrespect to Memorial whatsoever, but they're not on the same level as Ada and Prescott and Broken Bow when it comes to defensive play. But still, when you have a Zach Rogers in there, you don't have to bring in an extra person or 2 people to be able to help you block. You can run your 4-receiver set. And Nate is vibing into the song playing out here today.
A little bit.
Let's
Cupid Shuffle.
Cupid Shuffle, that's right. I can remember which dance.
Takes me to my church camp. We have a neon party on Friday night at church camp.
So, great showing by McAlester in the first half. The only thing that I would like to see them fix is the penalties. I'd like to see them fix the penalties a little bit because they still set them behind the chains. And like I said, the only first downs, save one, that Memorial has gotten so far is because of penalties. So fix that a little bit because you're not going to give Del City anything next week. Let's look at some of the scoring plays. It all started off with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Caden Lesnow to Carter Lance. After a turnover on downs, McAlester had to punt. There was an interception by Brandon Smith, the freshman. If I would have told you Brandon Smith would have been the first person to be able to get an interception, not because he is a freshman, but because he is a freshman, you would have called me crazy. Because when was the last time a freshman was the last person to be able to get an interception to start off the season for the Buffaloes? Kudos to Brandon Smith and a great play at that. Then right after that, 21-yard touchdown pass from Lance Stone to Caden Lesnow. And I love what the Buffalo offense is doing there because they're like, Caden Lesnow was a fantastic receiver when Trent Boatwright was your quarterback. If Lance Stone comes in to play quarterback, why can't Lesnow play wide receiver too?
Yeah.
So Lesnow had a touchdown reception, his first one since 2021. Then punt by the Memorial Chargers. Stephen Gregg, his first touchdown run of the year, and he showed a burst of speed right down the middle of the field, untouched for the touchdown. 3 and out by Memorial. 38-yard strike from Caden Lesnow to Ethan Watkins. 3 and out again by Memorial. 61-yard bomb from Lance Stone to Carter Lance. We're going to have to come up with a nickname for them, too. And then we have the 3 and out by Memorial. McAlester couldn't make the field goal as time expired. That was a 39-yard attempt by Trenton Greer, and that is the end of the first half. A difference maker so far in the first half. We'll start off with Nate and move this way.
I mean, you were just saying a second ago, Lance Stone has really turned this offense around so far.
Phillip?
Lance Stone. Lance Stone.
You got to pick someone else, though. You can't pick the same person.
No, I'm not. Just saying Lance Stone's been good, but right now, man, I'm gonna take either Will Spears. I'm gonna take a hybrid Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell at that inside linebacker spot. It's kind of reminding me of a Jaron Canick and Danny Stutzman situation, where Coach Venables just lets them run free, make plays, and that's what these two guys are doing. And right now, we witnessed a violent car crash.
A felony.
Witnessed a felony. Like, that is aggravated.
By Will Spears.
That's aggravated assault, brother.
That is.
So I'm just going to take that inside linebacker room of Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell because they are just doing what they want. And with them doing that, they're not moving the chains. Like, they're not moving the ball effectively because those guys are clogging it up, hitting guys on the edge. So that's what my difference maker is.
How dare y'all? Caden Lesnow is my difference maker in the first half.
You want to give me the layup.
You want to give me the layup. 2 touchdown passes so far in the first half. He had a touchdown reception. I'm going to go to the guy who's been tied to the most points for McAlester so far, and it's Caden Lesnow. He's done really everything you've asked of him and then some, so I'm going to go with Mr. Lesnow. We're going to have a scoreboard update. Actually, right now, we're not going to go to a commercial break because we only have one score to look at, and I don't even think we have a score yet. So, again, our scoreboard update, because we only have one other game playing locally and district at the same time as ours. It's usually brought to you by Little Cab of McAlester. They're open Monday through Sunday, 24 hours a day. When you need to be on time, call Little Cab of McAlester every time at 918-470-2422. Do we have a score?
As of 4 minutes ago, Willika was up 8-0.
Okay, so that is the only score that we have tonight. We're still going to have the Friday Night Lights recap that you can tune into on K101 and KND around 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 in the morning. On Saturday morning, they'll have all the scores from tonight and also from tomorrow night. So keep that in mind if you want to check up all the scores without having to look them all up by yourself. So we're going to come back and we're going to have some stats from the first half from Mr. Stats Larry Barnett. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. They have a large selection to choose from, and they have free jewelry inspection. Welcome back to LaFortune Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're joining us for the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have friendly service and layaway now for Christmas for Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. We have our stats from the best in the game, Stats Larry Barnett. Gentlemen, should we start with Memorial or McAlester?
Let's start with the home team first.
All right, going to the Memorial Chargers. Starting off with Johnny Caldwell, he has 8 carries for -8 yards. You have number 12, the quarterback today, Davion Herring. He has 2 carries for -15 yards. Number 8, which is Brishon Davis, he has 1 carry for 2 yards. Hayden Perry has 3 carries for -5 yards. And Marquise Chambers has 1 carry for 4 yards. Looking at Davion Herring, he is so far 3 for 7 with an interception and 12 yards passing. Also throwing the ball. Hayden Perry threw the ball a little bit on that last drive, apparently. He actually had 4 passes. He went 1 for 4 for 5 yards. Receiving the ball, Marquise Chambers had 1 catch for 10 yards. Cash Manuel, he had 2 catches for 2 yards. And Camarion Norton Walker had 1 catch for 5 yards. 1 penalty by the Chargers was a personal foul that made it a little bit more doable on the field goal by Trenton Greer, but again came up a little bit short. His first miss of the year, PAT or field goal so far.
Can't really blame him on that one.
Cannot blame him at all. Looking at the team totals in the first half for Memorial, 15 rushing attempts, -22 yards rushing in the first half. Talking about that
good?
Buffalo defense. It ain't bad if you're McAlester. 11 passing attempts, 17 passing yards for the Chargers. They had -5 yards of offense despite having 3 first downs in the first half. All of them, except for 1, were because of penalties by McAllister's defense. But again, when you're holding your the opposition to -5 yards for the entire first half, that's pretty good.
The average per play, the average yard per play, ladies and gentlemen, -0.19 yards.
Looking at McAlester, Ethan Watkins has had 4 carries for 47 yards, has not gotten into the end zone yet. Jordan Clark only 1 carry for 4 yards so far, but he's been sharing the love. Number 14, Lance Stone, 2 carries for 30 yards. Stephen Gregg with an 18-yard touchdown run. You also had Kason Washington Maisie with a -2-yard run. Caden Lesnow with 2 carries for 17 yards. Lesnow has fired it 12 times, and he has only had 2 incomplete passes. He is 10 for 12 for 145 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Lance Stone, he is 3 for 4 for 82 yards and a touchdown pass. A lot of different receivers.
2 touchdown passes.
Excuse me, thank you. 2 touchdown passes, thank you. A lot of different receivers. Zane Owens with a 3-yard catch. Ethan Watkins, 38-yard touchdown catch. Dustin Jacobson, looks like a 5-yard? Yeah, looks like a 5-yard touchdown grab. Or not touchdown grab, just a regular grab. I'm getting distracted by Sweet Caroline in the background. Braden Bumpus, 2 catches for 12 yards. We had looks like the 82 right there. No, 22. That's Jordan Clark. He had a catch for 24 yards. Owen Russell had a catch for 24 yards. Carter Lance has 3 catches. 2 of them are for touchdowns. And looks like that is 94 yards for him receiving so far. Caden Less now has a 21-yard touchdown grab. And Jackson Lowerman has a 6-yard grab. McAlester, though, the penalties still remain. They have 8 penalties for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is 45, 60 yards in penalty yardage. So they have way more yards and penalties than Memorial has total. They have -5 right now. McAlester with 114 yards rushing on 11 attempts, 227 yards passing on 15 attempts, 341 first-half yards by the McAlester Buffalo offense, 10 yards a rush, 15 yards a pass, 13 yards a play. That will do, Pig. That will do. Any final thoughts before we go into the second half?
Just continue to do what you're doing. Moving forward, just continue to do what you're doing. You're getting to the time. You're getting to that time of the game where it's getting close to be a running clock in the second half. But that's not what you're worried about. You're worried about if you get your starters coming out to play, another drive or two. You want them to take care of business. When these young guys get in, they get this experience for next year and the years going on. You want them to get in and you want them to be all business when they touch the field too. So just keep doing what you're doing and just try to limit the penalties, because I promise you, if you have 60 yards of penalties in the first half against Dale City, you're going to be behind the 8 ball all night.
Yep. I think you said it perfectly, and I think the only other thing, and you might have already mentioned it, but I was kind of getting everything set up for the second half, come out injury-free.
Yep.
Do not have any injuries in the second half. In a game that's 35-0, you don't want to see that in the second half. And that goes for both teams. Memorial and McAlester, you don't want to see anyone getting hurt. We already had a player come off for Memorial due to injury. We're praying for the best in recovery for him. He was leaning heavily on his assistant coaches to be able to get towards the near sideline. So we're going to hope that he's okay. But Buffaloes are coming out to stretch, so are the Chargers. We're going to be back here in just a moment. Again, the Buffalo Halftime Show is brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Coming soon, they have Citizen Watches. And also, they have the jewelry you need for every occasion. We're going to go back to regular commercials, and then we'll be back with the start to second half in just a moment.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
It's tailgate season at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. There's no better way to enjoy your next tailgate than with a brand new Weber charcoal grill and a Titan backpack cooler. Purchase any vehicle during the month of September and we'll set you up for your next tailgate. Go Pumps!
Boomer!
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're about to begin the second half, but as we were about to begin the first, before we were about to begin the game, we were talking about how a player for the Memorial Chargers, I got to give him a shout-out real quick because we said we hope he was. Amon Herring, he was wearing the cowboy hat over towards midfield. He was wearing the shades as well. So, yes, he did have the Deion Sanders, the prime look right there. So, got to give him a shout-out because I dig the look. He was all smiles, too. Who wouldn't be? Hey, we're about to begin the second half. The clock hit 0. Both teams were ready to go, but then they put the clock back at 3 minutes. This is what they've been doing all, the last however many years I've been covering McAlester athletics. But They haven't done it the first 3 games for whatever reason. They just do 20 minutes and then it's up. But they put 3 more minutes on the clock for anyone else that needed to finish up stretching. But Memorial is ready. Looks like McAlester is ready. We're about to begin the second half. And that second half kick is going to be brought to you by Jet Tire Service for great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kenda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. See Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. It's been a great day not only for the veterans but also for the young guns. You have had senior touchdowns galore with Lance Stone and Caden Lesnow and Carter Lance and Ethan Watkins, but you've also had some guys getting some of their first touchdowns. You've got Stephen Gregg, and then you also had a first interception for freshman Brandon Smith, which also we had someone that ended up reaching out to us on Twitter. And, hey, these freshmen are the real deal. I mean, Mark Rogers was talking about how their freshman year they went undefeated last year as 8th graders. So the freshmen went undefeated last year as 8th graders. Lots of talent in that freshman class. Great job, Brandon Smith and Gavin Mason. And we apologize one more time. Last time we're going to say it for the broadcast. But again, number 80 was not listed on our roster to begin the game. So we did not know who 80 was at that moment. And we didn't know 80 was even going to play today. So Charger offense to only -5 yards only. So we're about ready to get going here. So Greer will kick this one away. It's going to be a booming end-over-end kick that's going to be fumbled around the 5-yard line, go into the end zone. It'll be picked up, but they're going to wave it as a touchback.
That was
even though it touched. Yeah, if it touches the Memorial Charger in any. As long as it goes into the end zone at all, that doesn't make sense to me.
It didn't touch him.
It did touch him.
It bounced right off his chest.
It bounced off his chest.
Oh.
And it went into the end zone, but they're going to say it didn't, or they just, again, give Memorial a little bit here. They're going to put the ball at the 20-yard line, and this is where the Chargers are going to start this drive.
I was trying to follow the kick, and then I was trying to follow
welcome
the kick.
Welcome to the life of a play-by-play man.
And get everything set up, and I just seen it hitting the ground, and I thought it had hit in front of him.
No, it hit and went into the end zone, but usually that you have to recover it and go with it.
And the clock is still running, by the way.
New quarterback in for the Chargers as he's going to keep it on an option. Another big sideways hit.
Guess who?
Coming up with the tackle, this time Dustin Jacobson. And we have a Buffalo that's down. As the new quarterback was number 6, that is Hayden Perry for the Chargers. But, again, we have a Buffalo down. And we're going to take a timeout. Like, what did we say before the start of the second half? We didn't want to see any injuries by either team, but we have one here early in the second half for McAlester. We'll take a break and give you an update when we return here on KNED.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below MSRP. Here's a 23 Grand Cherokee. It offers up to $5,500 cash back. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. On the 69 Bypass, McAlester.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
So it was Brandon Douglas that was down for McAlester, and they were looking around his left shoulder. He got up and actually jogged off on his own power, so that's always great to see. But again, they were looking at his left shoulder. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he's off the field now for the Buffaloes after that was a loss of 2 on the carry. We're at 10:55 left to go in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead 35-0. Perry with the handoff over to Caldwell, and he breaks through into the secondary, gets to about the 25-yard line, and one of the most successful runs by the Buffaloes so far. Or not by the Buffaloes, by the Chargers. We have a late flag coming in, and we have a Charger down now. Looks like number 51, Willie Stanley, is. And we have a Charger that picked up the flag and just twirling it. And the referee gets the flag back from him as they're speaking with the head coach of the Chargers, Brandon Coons. Looks like we do have a running clock here in the second half. So 10-12 remaining in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead 35-0, but we're still trying to figure out what the flag was. So right now, 3rd down and 5, but the flag came in after the play was over.
Might be some unsportsmanlike conduct right there. I'm watching back on our stream, and you can see some extracurricular activity.
It's going to be on the Chargers. They're going to move him back. So 15 yards after the play was over, which was at the 25. And it's a shame for the Chargers because, like I said, that was one of their – I think that is their best run of the day so far for a gain of 7. They had negative 22 yards rushing in the first half. That's not going to move them back behind the 15-yard line to the 13. And stats may not show it here in this game for Johnny Caldwell, but he is a great athlete for the Memorial Chargers. Had over 1,000 yards rushing last year, 11 touchdowns, had almost 250 in one game, and 5 touchdown runs against East Central. That was in a district game, too. They ended up getting the win 42-33. 3rd and 17 now. Here's the snap. Perry looking to pass. Under pressure, almost sacked, evades one, but can't evade the next one. Tripping him up and getting the sack is Dustin Jacobson in the backfield as the nose tackle tracked him down, was looking for blood, and got it. Back to the 10-yard line, and that will force the Chargers to punt. Again, running clock here in the second half, so we have 8:51 remaining in the third quarter. The second half is going to fly by, ladies and gents.
Because the only time the clock will stop will be either after a score or an injury, correct?
Or timeout.
Timeout, yeah.
So, and of course, at the end of the quarters. So at the end of the third quarter, we'll have a change in the time, and then it'll start back up when play resumes. 10 seconds to snap this. Reyes is going to be standing around his own 1-yard line. 2 returners, that's going to again be Watkins and Bumpus back. Here's the snap. They punt this one away. End over end punt again. This one will be stopped at the 40-yard line and rolls backwards back towards where Memorial kicked the ball off at, but it's going to be at the 39-yard line, still on Memorial side of the 50. And McAlester is going to start this drive once again at, looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 40-yard line. But great starting field position nonetheless for McAlester on the opponent's side of the 50. And we'll see who the Buffaloes roll out to begin the second half of quarterback.
Kason Washington Maisie.
That's right. Jordan Clark will be the running back. Fresh set of receivers, and if there are any freshmen, I'm sorry, we don't have the names for them because that is not on our roster that we were given shortly before the game started, as we got an updated one. Washington Maisie's first pass of the year is going to be caught far side by Zane Owens. Owens evading tacklers down to about the 36, 37-yard line for a modest gain. Second down and medium coming up. Owens' the second grab of the game. So it's Owens working in the slot. You also have number 15 for the Buffaloes, which is Braston Everett. Got number 88, which we don't have.
Brandon Smith.
Oh, 80 is Brandon Smith. Well, I'll never forget that now.
Sorry.
Second down and 8 upcoming. 7 minutes left here in the quarter. Washington Maisie gets a snap. Hands it off, right side, up the middle, getting the first down, which is brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties, down to about the 27-yard line. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233. Looks like on the carry was Stephen Gregg. And also Jaden Cheney over here on this near side for the receiver. So 24, Jaden Cheney, 88, which we don't have a name for, unfortunately. Brasden Everett on the far side, and Zane Owens also in the slot on the right side. So Gregg on the right side of Washington Maisie, 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead 35-0. First down and 10. Snap. Going to fake the pass far side. Great move by Washington Maisie. And he shifts over to the left side, and he gets into the end zone. Buffaloes score. Some shifty footwork there by the sophomore, Kason Washington Maisie. And I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled his best boomer. Whoop! Whoop! Buffaloes lead 41-0, 5:50 and ticking left to go in the third quarter. They were playing the Cupid Shuffle at halftime. That was the Cupid Shuffle to the left by Kason Washington Maisie. Snap is low, kick is up, and it is good. And Trenton Greer is still perfect on PATs this year. 42-0, McAlester leads. 5.5 left to go in the third quarter and ticking here on.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Here's a little pooch kick that might be returnable. They're going to catch it and get down at the 41-42-yard line. Kicking that time for the Buffaloes, number 19, number 89, not 19, Baylor Moore on the kick by the Buffaloes. We have a drive summary by McAllister's offense.
That was a 3-play, 40-yard touchdown drive that spanned 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Capped off with that 26-yard touchdown run by sophomore Kason Washington Maisie. The point after try was successful by Trenton Greer. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
And I love the move by him, too. He faked the throw over to the right, and he found, what was it like? The seas just parted, and he just ran right down the middle of the field. He had one guy in his way and, stopped on a dime, shifted to the left. He was into the end zone from there. Snap, bobbled snap, picked back up. The ball's hit loose, and the McAlester Buffaloes are on it. Dustin Jacobson in the area again. Ball popped up, and it's recovered by the Buffaloes. Trouble with the snap all the way, and the Buffaloes will get this ball once again inside the Memorial 40-yard line, up 42-0 on the Chargers with 3.5 left to go in the third quarter. Washington Maisie will once again be the quarterback for the Buffaloes.
Great play there by the Black Death defense, getting back there because the bobble snap, it allowed them to get into the backfield. As he was picking it up, hit him, ball came up. Great whereabouts by the defense to get on that football and get that turnover recovery.
So in the gun, 2 receivers each side, man in motion's Pemberton. They're going to pitch it over to Pemberton in motion, gets around the corner to the 35-yard line, to the 30, right around a man to the 25, to the 20-yard line, into the red zone. Buffalo's first down and more. Into the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offer a 50-50 split. Good move by Eli Pemberton.
Great blocking there on the edge. It looked like that was number 70. I don't have a number 70, but
freshman.
he was able to seal that edge. Pemberton slid up, and then number 20 was James Barr out there blocking downfield. Good receiver blocking. Great 18-yard run there by Eli Pemberton.
Running back now Mason Skimbo on the left side of Washington Maisie. 2 receivers each side. 16 to snap at the snap. Going to pass it out near side. It's dropped. Going on the screen pass. Looking for 88. 2:10 and ticking left to go in the third as the Buffaloes lead 42-0 over Memorial. By the way, we do have some more people tuning in. My wife and my daughter Harper that is about to turn 11 months old in about a couple weeks now.
That is crazy.
I know, she's almost 11 months old. She heard me get excited, and then she looked at the TV, and then she wouldn't stop watching. So Harper watching right now as well. And then, of course, more listening here as well, my Aunt Sharon. Here's the snap. Back to pass once again is Maisie. Once again, screen pass far side. This time it's dropped again. Looking for Bryson Baker, who had an 18-yard touchdown reception last year. But here it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Buffaloes in the red zone at the 18.
Right now, Buffalo's just kind of doing what they want. Trying trying to test the waters out, see what they can get with here with Washington Maisie. These screen plays, wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to throw something over the middle.
I think you might be right. Look out for James Barr in the slot. Skimbo still on the right side of Washington Maisie. Snap. Play action. It's going to be a keeper. Quarterback keeper right side. Washington showing off the footwork again, and he'll get into the end zone again. Lightning in the bottle. Kason Washington Maisie makes it 48-zip with 48 seconds left to go in the third, and we will more than likely not have a kick by the end of the third quarter. We'll have a PAT attempt, but not a kickoff. The Buffaloes lead 48-0. Second touchdown run of the night for Kason Washington Maisie. And it's like he's dancing in a ballroom the way his footwork moves. On to attempt the PAT, Baylor Moore. There's the snap. Kick is up. It's a line drive one, but it's through the uprights, and the Buffaloes lead 49-0 over Memorial. We'll take a break, and the fourth quarter will begin here shortly here on.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. Come check out our grand opening specials and sales all month long at both locations. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
So we changed the fourth quarter. There is a running clock here in the second half. They will start the clock back up as we kick this one off from Baylor Moore. Ball set at the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will be moving it right to left. Moore approaches the football, puts toe to leather, and we're back underway. This one's a line drive kick that's going to bounce inside the 10-yard line. Still hasn't been picked up. Will do so at the 8-yard line and be tackled down after he's spinning around the 25-yard line. So he danced around a few defenders, but was able to get his way to the 25-yard line. I believe that might have been Cash Manuel on the return. We will have a drive summary, Phillip.
That was a 5-play, 37-yard touchdown drive that lasted 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Want to hear poetic? 26-yard run by Kason Washington Maisie again.
The same exact yardage that he had the last touchdown run. That is wild.
And that PAT try was successful. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
I believe back in at quarterback is Davian Herring. Here's the snap. He is back in at quarterback. Hands the ball off to Johnny Caldwell up the middle. Caldwell gets a gain of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Right now, this young core, this Black Death, they are doing they're trying to do something for those starters. Starters pitched a shutout first 2 quarters. Now it's on to the younger guys. Can you hold the shutout?
And obviously, you are still playing the starters for the Memorial Chargers, so you are playing starting talent. This is a good way to be able to get varsity experience.
Exactly.
So gain of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7. Ball right on the far hash. Get at the Memorial 27-yard line. 13 to snap it. Herring gets it. Screen pass out near side. Caught in stride to the 30-yard line and tackled down right near the sticks. Might be half a yard shy, but looks like they're going to give him the yardage, and that'll be a first down. The second first down gained by the Chargers on their own merit so far tonight, and their first one since their first drive of the game. It's going to put the ball at the 34-yard line.
Good play there by that senior safety, Brendan Rivera. He's seen that bubble route coming. We had that outside receiver got on Stephen Gregg, manned up on him, had that block. Rivera was able to come free. He did pick up 7 yards on the good pit on that screen, that bubble screen, but good tackle there by Brendan Rivera in open field.
Snap, handoff, Caldwell looking for an open spot. Great tackle. Going down low and making the tackle. Turn your jersey around, sir.
I believe that was 32.
Yeah, that would be Zane Owens again on the tackle. And, I've been seeing Zane Owens in special teams make phenomenal tackles in the first 3 weeks of the season. I think he had one back-to-back against Ada, and then also the week before that against Prescott. Now getting to do it, showing out a little bit here in the linebacker core right now. And that was a great tackle against like I said earlier in the game, phenomenal talent in Johnny Caldwell. So great tackle, Zane Owens brings up 2nd down and 10. 9:08 remaining in the game. We're going to have a timeout here. So the clock should stop, and it does it with 9:05. We'll take a memorial timeout here.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. Come check out our grand opening specials and sales all month long at both locations. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
We're back into the action as there's a screen pass out to the far side. It was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. At least I thought it was. They're going to say incomplete now, as that was 2nd down and 10. That brings up 3rd down and 10. Memorial with the ball at their own 35-yard line coming out of the Memorial timeout. They have 2 left. McAlester has 3. 8:49 and ticking here in this running clock second half as the Buffaloes lead 49-0. My wife is doing some work right here. She's asking, I believe, a freshman mom if they know some of the varsity numbers for freshmen because they could change because they wear different jerseys on nights that they play football most of the time, and they gave us a good list. And they say Gavin at 59, but Gavin's actually wearing number 60 tonight. Or no, that's 66 tonight. He wears 66 for varsity. But, yeah, Brandon Smith is number 80. And we don't have the last names a lot. We do know Brandon Smith is number 80. Here's a deep pass down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. Good coverage by the Buffaloes in the secondary. And that brings up 4th down and 10, and that should force the Chargers to punt this one away. In coverage, look like Stephen Gregg. And again, I need some players to turn to the side a little bit. I believe is that 82? If that's 82, that's Isaac Daniel.
Yeah, I liked what Isaac Daniel and Stephen Gregg did right there. Stephen Gregg actually hands-on, hand fighting, and as the ball got to him, hands up, and so that way don't get a ticky-tack pass interference, as I call them.
When he knew there was no chance at a catch, don't leave it up to the officials if it is uncatchable.
Exactly. Just go ahead. If it's going to be uncatchable, leave it alone. That way the hanky stays in the pocket.
Snap. Reyes will punt this one away. It's a clean end-over-end punt. McAlester not even back to return this one. Takes a Memorial bounce, and it'll be going sideways inside the McAlester 25-yard line, so they do have a chance to get that 50-burger. McAlester scored the touchdown that eclipsed the 50-point mark on their last play of the game last year against the Memorial Chargers, and it was Jordan Clark's first ever touchdown run. What will happen for the Buffaloes in the final 7 minutes of this game, we're about to find out. But here comes the offense, led by, once again, Kason Washington-Mazie, who's had the last 2 touchdowns by McAlester with incredible footwork to be able to, and speed as well, to be able to have a couple of touchdowns. Will he get the trifecta here, though? We'll see.
Coach Switzer is somewhere in Oklahoma right now, wanting half 100.
If you've never watched the McAlester broadcast before, can you tell that Phillip is an OU fan?
All 3 of us are.
All 3 of us are, by the way. I know a lot of Texas and Polk fans are out there like, bleh.
Gotta listen to those guys.
Here's the snap. Quick pass out far side. High catch, made it the 25-yard line. Ooh. Shaking off a tackle, brought down high at the 27-yard line.
And Brandon, who is that? Number 80?
No, that's 88. I have a whole...
Are you sure?
No, it is 80. That is Brandon Smith on the catch. Gosh dang, I'll never forget his name for the rest of my life, though, that's for sure.
You want to know how I know that that's Brandon Smith?
I cannot tell with the 0 and the 8, man. I'm telling you.
The yellow gloves.
The yellow gloves. That's the way that we can be able to tell.
Learning
I didn't know
trade
that. I didn't know if that was 88 or 80 right there because that second number is real close. Snap, handoff, right side. Looks like Stephen Gregg again. Bounces off a defender past the 35-yard line. First down, Buffaloes out to the 34 with 5:42 left to go in the game. First down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233.
I really like what I'm seeing here tonight by Stephen Gregg. He's a junior, so, next year he might be able to get some more touches as a senior. But the way he's showcasing tonight, he might get more touches throughout the year.
Brings a lot of speed.
He brings some speed, brings some power. I really like what I'm seeing from Stephen Gregg offensively and defensively.
Yeah, staying on his feet that last run. Here's the snap. Rolling out left to pass it is Washington Maisie. Looks deep, has a man breaking open, and it's caught. Far sideline, tackled out of bounds at the 32-yard line on the other side of the 50. In on the grab, this time for sure, Cleveland Williamson.
That's sophomore to sophomore. I watched a lot of freshman ball last year, and Kason Washington Maisie to Cleveland Williamson was one of their go-to plays last year. They were the late call-ups. When the freshman season ended, they got a little bit of varsity time at the end of last year. Right there, you're seeing a connection that might be powerful next year and the year after, ladies and gentlemen.
Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Again, Maisie, Washington Maisie in the gun. To the right of him, Skimbo. The ball goes behind Washington Maisie. He picks it up and takes a lick. Back at the 47-yard line. We'll see where his forward progress is officially at. They're going to mark him at the 46. That's a big loss on a bad snap, the first one of the night that we've had today.
Yeah, so far the offensive line for the Buffaloes have played really good all night long. That was the only mishap. But, you're going to get some of those, especially going late in the game like this. You can tell the Buffaloes are wanting to keep going tempo. Bad snap, but that's something you can overcome right there.
Second down and forever right now. Rolling out right is Washington Maisie, dumps it down deep, looking for a man. It's going to be incomplete. Fell between two different receivers. Stephen Gregg was, I believe, down the field. Or no, that was actually James Barr that was down the field. And I'm telling you, that 0 and that 8, it's hard to see from the press box. And number 25, which is Tripp Terrell.
Yeah, it kind of landed right in the middle of both of them. Looked like he was actually aiming for Tripp Terrell. But James Barr also might have been running a little corner route. Nice. They had a nice little slam route going there offensively. Just fell right in between them. That's going to happen, sometimes. But, hey, good ball. Kason Washington Mason showing off some of the arm strength. Had that around 30-yard pickup to Cleveland Williamson. Tried to get some of it all. Tried to get it all right there. Good play there by Kason Washington Maisie.
Two receivers right, two receivers left. Third down and very long. They got to get to the 22-yard line to get a first down here. Here's a snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. Screen pass. Caught far side. Past one man. Tries to get past another one. That's Cleveland Williamson with the ball. Down the far sideline. He's got a breakaway. First down, McAlester into the red zone. Down to the 15. The old trusty screen pass. And that one's out to Cleveland Williamson for another first down.
I was getting ready to celebrate there. Cleveland Williamson, like you said with Kason Washington Maisie, breaking out the boomer. Whoop! And then he was rumbling and bumbling and stumbling. Great play there. Great whereabouts, Cleveland Williamson, to stay on his feet. Very good, very high athleticism, football IQ. He made that one look really easy.
To the McAlester Clothing Consignment. Red Zone brought to, they accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Offer a 50-50 split as well. Trips right for the Buffaloes. With the running back to his left is Washington Maisie. Here's a snap. Going to keep it himself left side. Will he get a third touchdown tonight? He's got a lane towards the end zone. Steps inside the pylon. And that is the hat trick for Kason Washington Maisie. The sophomore makes this one 55-0 and break out the buns, the meat, the cheese, the lettuce, tomato, the bacon, Buffaloes. With the 50 burger here on this Thursday night in T-Town. And they will try to make this a 56-0 game. We might have one more kickoff before we call this one quits. Les now will be the holder, on to attempt the PAT, Baylor Moore. We still have people coming on the field. Snap, hold, kick is up. It's a line drive that is no good, far off to the left. We had someone running in for McAlester from the far sideline as the ball is being snapped, but Buffaloes lead 55-0. PAT is no good, and we'll have probably one more kick here before the end of the game, so we're not going to go anywhere just yet. Like I said, a return coming up for the Memorial Chargers.
Maybe.
Should be. If we can kill 60 seconds, then maybe we'll kill 60 seconds, but I don't know. But we encourage everyone to get out their phones, get out their radios, get into the car, get into the truck, because the postgame show is radio only. So you can listen on the KNED app on your phone. Just look for that blue logo. You can listen online at McAlsterRadio.com on the KNED tab, or you can listen on the FM dial 98.3, AM dial 1150. You can hear Coach Mazey's thoughts as well as some post-game stats. Baylor Moore looks like it's going to kick this one away. We'll have one final play here as Moore kicks this one into the night sky, end over end. It'll bounce sideways, be picked up by the Chargers down the far sideline. Going sideways, great tackle around the 21, and that should do it here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. The McAlester Buffaloes get back into the win column. They beat the Memorial Chargers 55-0 to start off the district slate with a win. And they're ready for the Del City Eagles 8 days from today. Back at the Hook for homecoming. Once again, final score 55-0. Buffaloes win. We're going to be having your Buffalo postgame show presented by OK Tire and Auto coming up here pretty soon on KNED.